Capricorn, how you doing? It was a trying week for you last week, wasn't it? Last time we spoke, you felt like your life was falling apart, and it's not. It's not. I can go with these right here. All right. I have rhodonite. I trust the process. I am ready to move on to what the universe has in store for me. Halite. I have everything I need within me. Chalcedony. I am calm and collected through anything that comes my way. I am always changing and growing into my best self. Tiger's eye. I am highly intuitive. I can see a solution to any circumstance and act confidently. All right. Capricorn. Baby, make your money and have fun. My school babies, do your studies, but also get the rest that you need. Because a lot of y'all have been running on fumes lately. And you running on fumes is not good for you, ultimately. And that's okay. That's okay. We gonna get rest these next couple of days because nobody should be working because it's Christmas. It's Christmas. For those of y'all that celebrate, for those of y'all that don't, those of y'all that celebrate just the holidays or you're pagan, happy Yule. If you celebrate Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah. If you celebrate Kwanzaa, happy Kwanzaa. Hanukkah and Kwanzaa coming up in a couple of days. Proud to the people. Okay, I'm going to try to shuffle this deck again. And if it does that, I'm going to switch. Okay, good. All right. Let's see. Some of y'all need to just go ahead and branch out. Go somewhere that you've never been. And when you go, you don't have to spend no money. You could just sit there. Some of y'all might be traveling like to a park that's like outside of your state, or you may be traveling somewhere that has like open fields soon, if not already for the holiday season or for the new year, the Gregorian calendar new year. Capricorn, when you're able to ground yourself and get all this excess like shit out your head, you're very capable of doing much more than you realize. You don't give yourself enough credit with the Tower card in reverse. Somebody don't want me to speak, Jesus. Cause damn it. Somebody don't want me to speak, but the message gonna get out. All right. Five of Cups, Death card. I'll pull a couple more. All right. Capricorn, whoever you are with, I need you to be truthful with them when it comes to how you're truly feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically. Because if you don't open your mouth, they not gonna know. And then if you blow up at them, you cannot get mad at their reaction. Not saying that they have or that you will, 444. But what I'm saying is get all this excess stuff out your brain. And also whatever secret you got, Babe, it's not even a secret. Just let them know, like, hey, I picked this habit back up just because I'm stressed the fuck out. And they're going to understand. They're not going to want you to have that habit, but they're also going to work with you to kick that habit. Like, they're not going to judge you for it. And then the thing is, like, you know people who will help you kick that habit if need be. There are different herbs that you can smoke aside from weed to cut like that craving for nicotine. Ask ask your local herbalist or go to your local spiritual shop, see what herbs they have. Ask them like, hey, like what can I use or what can I take to either like kick this addiction or like curb it to the point where I don't have a taste anymore. Just ask questions. Don't be afraid to ask questions. But that could also stem from your childhood as well, because some of y'all had, like, y'all were forced to not only be that perfect child, but you were also forced to be perfect, like, all around. If your grade, like, if it was your grades, if you did extracurricular activities, if you did, like, just so much stuff that you did as a kid, and you had to be perfect at it, you're trying to be perfect now, and you don't need to be perfect at all. Because nobody on this planet is perfect. Not even your parents that raised you. They're not perfect either. And they didn't have the right to like make you basically to hold on to this trauma of like constant perfection or like over explaining or profusely apologizing because something didn't go right. It wasn't right for them to do that. Now you have to take the time to get rid of that certain trauma and all this other bullshit. Meanwhile, they over here living their best life. It's okay. You're going to get rid of it. You're going to heal that right up. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. And whoever you ask, when you ask them, if you ask them to burn a candle for you, they'll do it. But they'll only do it if you truly want them to burn a candle or send a prayer up or petition or whatever it is that you are going to request of them. They're going to ask you, are you sure? Not to like scare you or anything, but they're going to ask you, okay, are you sure? Just to make sure that like you're not wasting your time as well as their time or their resources. Yes, they do this, but doing certain like workings and candles or making oil, spiritual baths and whatnot, like and all this other stuff, that takes energy, that takes time, that takes resources. So they're not to be rude, they're not about to waste their resources or their energy if you're just going to pick this habit or whatever the fuck back up. So they're going to ask you, are you sure? They'll explain to you everything that they're going to like do and the herbs that they're going to use, because everything they use is organic. If you do have any allergies, Capricorn, let whoever is making this know. That way you're not itching and scratching. But they'll ask you, are you sure? And once you say yes, and they actually feel, because you know that they know when you lying or not, they will tell you, okay, don't pick this habit back up though. And the thing is, if you do, it's going to make you sick. It's going to make you sick. The withdrawals are going to be like, ooh, but you'll be fine. And no, it's not like no heavy drug or nothing like that. But when you have certain cravings, they call it addiction. So it could be sugar, it could be food, it could be like retail therapy. Addiction is addiction if you do it excessively. So you picking up this particular habit and like doing it excessively now is turning into an addiction or turning into a habit, and we gonna cut that. But don't go off on the people that's trying to help you. Because it just doesn't have to be something physical that you are detoxing from either. Spiritual parasites are a thing, y'all. I just want to say that. Google is free. Jujul it. Because there's a third party somewhere that's trying to sling some shit, and the last thing you need is for your anxiety or depression to go up to the point where you are either put on antidepressants, antipsychotics, or they got you wrapped up in a straitjacket somewhere in Moses Cone. Stop that. That's okay. It's okay. Because once you get this, it's probably going to be a tea. Because we need to get that parasite out. Yeah, we're gonna have to get that parasite out. Once you get it out, you'll feel better. And it's just a parasite from somebody somewhere else, and it's just like ugh. And that explains why, like, either you felt like you were about to throw up or you thrown up constantly. Because you felt like anxious to the point where you were about to literally fly off the deep end. One gust of wind and you gone. There's somebody playing with your emotions and they think that it's funny because they think that they're not gonna get caught, but we gonna catch him. I'm gonna find out exactly who it is. Told you. Alright, so told you I was gonna find out exactly who it is. So there is a Queen of Wands here along with a Hermit here. That's your fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and that's also your Virgo energy. It could possibly be multiple people that is doing this, or it could just possibly be one person with all these possible placements. Now, the thing is, they think that they're not going to get caught, and they think that they can continue to do it to you. But I can tell you one thing. We gonna get that out of you. If I don't rip it out, we gonna flush it out. And I think that's more so directed towards me with people that I know. So we gonna get it out. And Capricorns everywhere. If you know a person that practice and they close to you, let them know that you wanna detox from a spiritual parasite. And either they gonna give you something to take over the next couple of days, they gonna tell you to burn a candle, or they gonna rip it out of you. You just gotta be prepared for the amount of energy that you're about to lose. Because when I tell you that thing in there. And whoever did it, their time is winding up. Time is winding up. Time is winding up. Time. Even though, listen, that's a gospel song. That's an old seasoned saint hymn. But time is winding up for whoever decided to send this parasite your way, because one, they don't know what they doing, and two, they don't know that there are people that will step for you. You just gotta say the word. You just gotta say the word. And Capricorn, you're gonna find out who it is, and you gonna tell whoever that practitioner is too. You gonna tell them, and they gonna know exactly who you talking about, even though they ain't never laid eyes on a person. Possibly. Or it could possibly be at work for some of y'all. You stronger than you realize. The strength card is in reverse here, but you're stronger than you realize. When you come out of this, you gonna be a little bit wiser, a little bit more on point when it comes to your intuition and your protection. And then you also are going to be able to start tapping into your own personal power. All right, Capricorn. Let me know what's going on in the comments, babe. Let's talk about it. Let's get to the roots and let's talk about it. Peace.